If you stopped working tomorrow, how long could you last? Like seriously, if your paycheck just stopped, no more salary, no more income, how many months or years could you actually live off what you have saved right now? For most people, that question creates this little knot in the stomach, because we kind of know the answer, and we don't love it. Here's something wild. Studies show that most people spend more time planning a 2-week vacation than they spend planning their retirement. We'll research hotels for hours, compare flights, read reviews. But when it comes to the 20 or 30 years we're supposed to live after we stop working, we just kind of hope it works out. And that's exactly why I made this video. Today we are going deep. We're going to talk about the real numbers, what it actually costs to retire comfortably in 2026, how those numbers are calculated, what factors matter most, where most people go wrong, and most importantly, what you can actually do about it, no matter where you're starting from. This is going to be a longer one, so grab a coffee, get comfortable, and let's talk about your future. Every year, a financial services company called Northwestern Mutual does this massive study. They survey thousands of Americans and ask one simple question. How much do you think you need to retire comfortably? And in 2026, the answer hit $1.46 million. That's up $200,000 from last year alone. In 1 year, a 15% jump. Now, when most people hear that number, one of two things happens. Either they think, oh good, I'm on track, and honestly, if that's you, amazing. Or they think, well, that's never happening. So I guess I'm working until I drop. But here's what I want you to understand. That $1.46 million is an average. And averages can be deeply misleading. Think about it this way. If I'm standing with 1 foot in a bucket of ice water and 1 foot in a bucket of boiling water on average, I'm comfortable, right? Averages hide the extremes. The reality is that your number depends on you, your lifestyle, your location, your health, your goals. And here's proof of that. In expensive coastal states like California, Hawaii, and Massachusetts, retirees often need between $1.5 million and $2.2 million just to maintain a normal lifestyle. But in Oklahoma, which is currently the most affordable state for retirees, a comfortable retirement baseline is closer to $735,000. That's less than half the California number. Same retirement, totally different price tag, just based on where you live. So why is the number going up every year? There are really 3 forces at play here, and they're all happening at the same time. Force 1, inflation. This one's obvious, but it's worth really sitting with. The things you buy today cost more than they did 5 years ago. Groceries, medical care, housing, utilities, everything keeps going up. And when you're retired, you're on a fixed budget. So inflation isn't just an inconvenience, it's a direct threat to how long your money lasts. Force 2, longevity. We are living longer, and this is actually a good thing, except when it comes to retirement math. If you retire at 65 and live to 95, that's 30 years of expenses. 30 years of groceries, rent, or property taxes, healthcare, entertainment, and everything else. Nearly half of Americans, 48%, say they're somewhat or very likely to outlive their savings. Let that sink in. The fear isn't just dying broke, it's living too long with too little. Force 3, Social Security uncertainty. People genuinely aren't sure what Social Security is going to look like by the time they need it. And that uncertainty makes people feel like they need to save more, because they can't count on a safety net they're not sure will be there. These 3 forces together are why the magic retirement number keeps climbing. And understanding them is the first step to actually doing something about it. Okay, let's talk about the actual math. And I promise this is going to be way simpler than you think. There are basically 3 frameworks that financial experts use to figure out your retirement number. And you can use any of them as a starting point. Framework 1, the 4% rule. This is the classic, the one you'll hear about the most. Here's how it works. You figure out how much money you need per year in retirement. Then you multiply that by 25. That's your savings target. Why 25? Because 25 is the inverse of 4%. If you withdraw 4% of your total savings every year, your portfolio, when invested properly, should last at least 30 years without running out. Let me give you a real example. Let's say you need $60,000 a year to live comfortably. Multiply $60,000 by 25. That's $1.5 million. That's your number. Now here's an important update. The guy who actually created the 4% rule, a financial advisor named William Bengen, recently said that based on current market data, 4.7% is actually a safer withdrawal rate. So using that same $1 million saved, you could pull out closer to $47,000 a year instead of $40,000. Small percentage difference, big real-world impact. The 4% rule isn't perfect, nothing is, but it's a great, battle-tested starting point. Framework 2, the 10x salary rule. This one comes from Fidelity, one of the biggest retirement fund managers in the world. Their guideline is simple. By the time you retire at 67, you should have saved 10 times your annual salary. So if you make $80,000 a year, your target is $800,000. If you make $120,000, you're aiming for $1.2 million. And Fidelity breaks down the journey into milestones. By age 30, have 1x your salary saved. By age 40, have 3x your salary saved. By age 50, have 6x your salary saved. By age 60, have 8x your salary saved. By age 67, have 10x your salary saved. Now look, if you're 40 and you don't have 3x your salary saved, take a breath. You're not alone. These are targets, not judgments. The point is to have a roadmap so you know what direction to move in. Framework 3, the 80% income replacement rule. This one is probably the most intuitive. The idea is, in retirement, you should aim to have enough to replace 70–80% of your pre-retirement income. Not 100%, because your expenses actually do go down. You're not commuting, you're not buying work clothes, your mortgage might be paid off, your kids might be financially independent. So if you're currently making $100,000 a year, your retirement goal is to have enough to live on $70,000, $80,000 per year. Now, between your savings withdrawals and Social Security, you're working toward covering that gap. Here's the key takeaway from all three frameworks. You need a target. Retirement planning without a number is like road tripping without a destination. You're just driving. Pick one of these frameworks, plug in your own numbers, and suddenly you have something concrete to work toward. Okay, this is the piece that changes the math for a lot of people, and it gets overlooked constantly. Social Security. Here's what a lot of people don't realize. Social Security isn't just a bonus on top of your retirement savings. For millions of Americans, it's a significant piece of the puzzle. The average Social Security benefit in 2026 is around $3,000 per month. That's $36,000 a year. Think about what that does to your math. Let's go back to that person who needs $60,000 a year to retire. If Social Security provides $36,000 of that, they only need their savings to cover the remaining $24,000. And using the 4% rule, $24,000 a year means they only need $600,000 in savings, not $1.5 million. That's a massive, massive difference. Now, the timing of when you claim Social Security matters enormously. This is one of the most impactful decisions you'll make. If you claim at 62 the earliest you can, you get reduced benefits. You might only receive about 70% of your full benefit amount. If you wait until your full retirement age, which is 67 for most people born after 1960, you get 100% of your benefit. And if you wait until 70, the maximum delay your benefit grows by about 8% per year past full retirement age. So, by 70, you could be collecting 124% of your original benefit. That's a 24% raise just for waiting 3 years. Now, I know what you're thinking. What if I die before I collect much? And that's a fair concern. But statistically, for most people, waiting pays off significantly, especially if you're in good health. Here's a real-world scenario. Imagine someone who would receive $2,000 a month at 67. If they wait until 70, that becomes $2,480 a month. Over 20 years of retirement, that's nearly $115,000 more in total Social Security income, just from waiting 3 years. All right, I want to give you a real reality check here. Not to scare you, but because pretending things are fine when they're not doesn't help anyone. Nearly a quarter of Americans who have any retirement savings say they have less than 1 year's worth of income saved. 1 year, that's it. And 46% of Americans, almost half, say they don't expect to be financially prepared for retirement. That's not a small minority of people. That's basically half the country. Why is this happening? A few reasons. First, we started too late. Compound interest is genuinely magical, but it needs time. The person who starts saving $300 a month at 25 will retire with significantly more than the person who saves $600 a month starting at 45, even though the second person saved twice as much per month. Second, life gets expensive. You mean to save more, but then the car breaks down, the kids need braces, the rent goes up, and somehow there's never anything left. This isn't laziness. This is just life. Third, we underestimate how long retirement lasts. Most people think of retirement as maybe 10 or 15 years. But with modern medicine and healthier lifestyles, many people are spending 25 or even 30 years in retirement. Fourth, healthcare costs are brutal. This one sneaks up on people. Couples may need more than $400,000 just to cover healthcare costs in retirement, not including long-term care. Medical costs grow faster than general inflation. It's one of the biggest wildcards in any retirement plan. I'm not telling you this to depress you. I'm telling you because awareness is the first step. You can't fix a problem you're pretending doesn't exist. Okay, this is the part that matters. Because knowing the problem is step one, but what do you actually do? Let me break this down by where you are in life right now. If you're in your 20s or early 30s, you have the single most powerful asset available in retirement planning: time. I know saving for retirement at 25 feels abstract and far away, but here's a concrete example that should change your mind. If you invest just $200 a month starting at 25, and it grows at a 7% average annual return, which is historically reasonable for a diversified stock portfolio, you'll have over $525,000 by age 65 from $200 a month. If you wait until 35 to start that same $200 a month, you end up with about $243,000, less than half. If you're in your 40s, this decade is a turning point. You probably have more earning power than you did before, but retirement is also starting to feel more real. The goal here is to accelerate. If you're behind on the savings milestones we talked about, now is the time to increase your contribution rate. Even 1–2% more can make a big difference over 20 years. In 2026, you can contribute up to $24,500 to a 401k. Max it out if you can. Start thinking about what comfortable retirement actually looks like for you. Do you want to travel? Downsize your home? Move somewhere cheaper? The more specific your vision, the better you can plan for it. If you're in your 50s, the catch-up provisions were basically made for you. At 50 and older, You can contribute up to $32,500 to your 401k in 2026. That's the regular limit, plus catch-up contributions. For an IRA, if you're 50 or older, the limit is $8,600. Use it. If you're between 60 and 63, there's actually something called a super catch-up contribution that lets you put even more away, up to $35,750 in your 401k. If you're in your 60s or approaching retirement, this is when planning gets very tactical. Decide on your Social Security strategy. Remember, waiting even a few years can increase your lifetime benefits significantly. Consider working part-time in the early years of retirement. This does two powerful things. It reduces the amount you draw from savings, and it lets your investments continue growing. Even a few $1,000s of part-time income makes a meaningful difference. Think about your withdrawal strategy. Which accounts do you draw from first? Traditional 401k? Roth IRA? Taxable brokerage? The order matters for taxes. Here's something that doesn't get talked about enough. What does comfortable retirement actually mean to you? Because that word comfortable is doing a lot of heavy lifting. For one person, comfortable retirement means a modest house, spending time with grandkids, modest travel, maybe a part-time hobby. That might cost $45,000 a year.
For another person, comfortable retirement means a waterfront condo, international travel twice a year, dining out regularly, and a boat. That's maybe $120,000 a year.
And here's the interesting thing. About 55% of pre-retirees say they plan to spend less in retirement than they currently do. And for many people, that's genuinely realistic. But experts will tell you it's also harder than it sounds.
The best retirement plans aren't just financial, they're intentional. They reflect who you are and what actually makes your life feel full. So don't plan a retirement based on a life so bare that you'll feel deprived. But also be honest about the difference between things that truly bring you joy and things that are just habits. Step 1. Figure out your number. Use the 4% rule, the 10x salary rule, or the 80% income replacement rule. Pick one, plug in your numbers, and write down your target. Step 2. Factor in Social Security. Go to ssa.gov and look up your projected benefit. Subtract that from your annual retirement income need. Whatever's left is what your savings needs to cover. Step 3. Check where you are today. Add up everything. 401k, IRA, any other savings. Compare it to your target. What's the gap? Step 4. Make a plan to close the gap. More contributions, reducing spending, working a few extra years, relocating in retirement. There are levers you can pull. Use them. Step 5. Automate everything. The biggest enemy of retirement savings is spending money before you save it. Set up automatic contributions. Pay yourself first. Step 6. Revisit every year. Life changes. Markets change. Your goals change. Your retirement plan should be a living document, not something you set once and forget. Look, I know this topic can feel heavy. The numbers are big, the timeline is long, and life is expensive. But I genuinely believe that the people who watch videos like this, who are trying to understand and plan, are already ahead of most people. If this helped you, please share it with someone who could use it. Honestly, most people around you are avoiding this conversation, and maybe a video from someone they trust is exactly what they need to take that first step. The fact that you're thinking about this matters. The fact that you're taking it seriously matters. You don't have to get it perfect. You just have to get started. And then keep going. Drop a comment below. I want to know, what's your biggest retirement question or challenge right now? I read every comment, and your questions actually shape future videos. Thanks for spending your time with me today. I'll see you in the next one. Take care.